All right. Today I want to show, or sorry, today I want to share um, checklist that I use when looking at any investments early. And actually, yesterday I was talking to Ryan, and I'm going to uh, probably be adding to it and just get more in depth with it. Kind of. I think it's. I mean, I'm going to keep working on it. My goal is to be able to compare apples to apples the best I can, because with any stock or crypto or token, coin, anything, sometimes they could be really different. Different industries, different companies overall. So yeah. First off, though, I want to show some good news from OCGN. They secure a manufacturing partnership for Covaxin, which is big. It's great news. Honestly, share price to me, I don't give a sheet about it, because what they've been doing these past few months, they've been hiring people related to the commercialization of this. They've been making moves, and this is a huge move to make. A little bit about Jubilant Hollister. They're from Spokane, Washington, and do 150 million revenue, 565 employees. It's a pretty big company, and yeah, what they do is basically, if you have, say, in this case, a vaccine or any type of medicine you need produced, those are the people you go to make the deal with whatever. So another good piece of info this morning came out. They're adding 200 jobs and expanding. Sorry, and they have a $92 million expansion coming, which is awesome. Yeah, so I think it's good news for OCGN. Market received it well. Big gap up this morning. We're falling, but VWAP's around 690. So yeah, I think people are still buying. Obviously, we're getting volume. We're already over the 10-day with 3 hours to go. So yeah, it's good news for OCGN. Just a little update. But yeah, here. So starting with crypto. First thing I look at for anything is the market cap, because this shows the value of a company. So what market cap is the circulating supply times the share price, or shares outstanding times the share price. So this is a $350 million company right now. Ecomi, talked about them before. I'm just using them as an example, but yeah. So you want to, I think historically large cap, which is I believe $3 billion and up. Small caps outperform large caps. They have, I mean, it's pretty simple. They have more room to run. It's a lot easier for a $150 million company to reach $1 billion than it is for a $10 billion company to reach $15 billion even. Yeah, there's just a lot more room to run there. I mean, obviously, depending on the type of company and whatnot it is, but so yeah, you want to look at market cap. Make sure. Now, I'm not saying if it has a huge market cap that's a bad thing, but yeah, you just got to see, is this undervalued? Because that's what you're looking for in any security. Does it have room? Is it going to gain value or at least hold value over time? Next, I look at circulating supply, or shares outstanding, or yeah, circulating supply for crypto. So Ecomi has 166 billion tokens out, which I don't like that a lot, but I mean, I believe in the project, so I don't worry about it much. But you want to see, because something like I'm sure SHIB has a bunch. Like, yeah, what is that shit? Like, I don't understand it. So it's going to be really tough. Like, people look and say, oh, we can reach 1 cent, blah blah blah. To reach 1 cent, you literally need a market cap. It don't even show up. That's how big it is. So you need to be like the next. They would have to overtake Bitcoin's market cap. Just some stupid stuff. So yeah, that's what you want to look at. And yeah, if there's a lot of circulating supply out, it's just going to be harder to move. That's all it means. Another way to think of it is, if you have 2 shares of a company and there's 20 shares, well, you have 10% of the company. Now, if they dilute and there's now 40 shares, you're only going to have 5% company, and so on. So the more shares or supply outstanding, the less valuable your assets will be. Next thing to look at is the tokenomics or the white paper. So every crypto is going to have a white paper, it's called. Basically, literally, it just explains what this what this coin token network does. And it's going to share the vision for the project. Usually it shares a little bit about the team. Obviously, Satoshi Nakamoto does not. That's a great thing to look at. And then tokenomics wise, a lot of these papers will have something called tokenomics, and it's just going to explain, what's the roadmap for the coin or token, what's the roadmap as far as diluting or owners unlocking, anything like that to be looking out for. Because you're not going to want to buy into a project that has 3 or 4 months until the owners unlock all their tokens and they can just dump them on you, dilute the crap out of it, and you're shit out of luck. You want to be looking at that. Next thing I look at is this crypto going to be stored value like Bitcoin, where it can kind of hedge against inflation type thing, or is it a token that has a use in a specific ecosystem? For example, Omi Akomi is going to be used in the app Vive to purchase and sell NFTs. That's its use. That's its case use. Yes, it will increase in value over time, but it's not a store of value. You're not buying Omi, in that type of sense. So that's another thing to look at. Generally speaking, stored value coins or tokens with stored value focus design are going to be worth more. But if you can get into a token that has a great project and great use, and that project can bring in a great market cap, then it's another great thing to look at. Next, I like to audit the creators or the team behind it. So Cellframe's a good one to look at. But you just go to their website, check out the team behind it, check out who's running what. It's been a while since I've looked at them. I think they have a good website. But you can see you can look into these guys a bit, read in on them. Some of them, it's a little hard. Like, this guy's Russian, so it's probably going to be hard to get some information on them. But if you look, you'll find it. It's the internet. So just want to audit them, make sure they haven't been part of shitcoins in the past or anything like that, or anything sketchy. And a lot of these, impressive tokens, these guys come from well-known projects, and they branch off to do their own thing. And you look at Cardano. Cardano was created by the co-founder of Ethereum, and look what Cardano's done, past 3 years. It's insane. So if you can find these guys, there's just some computer whizzes out there that are making these tokens that they know what they're doing. So it's definitely a big investing point, making sure the team and creators are, on board. And along with that, you got to think about what is the long-term value of this and what is the vision of the team. You'll be able to find that in the white paper usually, or just by doing some research. But are they just trying to make some money off of a crypto pump, or are they actually really trying to, bring a new technology to the world and trying to change some things? And that also has to do with this. Will it be used when blockchain is adapted to large scale? So that just means, is this token going to be, or coin going to be relevant once, blockchain kind of takes over here in the next 10 whatever years? And that's where something like Automata, the coin I've been talking about, it will be used in the coming. So, and Cellframe, anything like that. As far as stocks go, same thing. I like to look at market cap first, and something with stocks that a lot of people don't really think about. They'll see like a $5 stock versus a $100 stock, and they'll think the $100 stock, obviously that's worth more, blah blah blah. But really that's not the case. For example, MicroStrategy here, which is Michael Saylor's Bitcoin company, they hodl Bitcoin. But $615 share price with a $6 billion market cap. Like, all right. Well, Apple has a $129 share price. They're $2.17 trillion market cap. So really and obviously Apple is more valuable than MicroStrategy. So you really got to look at the market cap to just determine, how much these companies are worth. Share structure, same thing. You just want to look at, what's the float like. 16 billion shares out. Shares outstanding, 1669. Nice. Yeah, you want to make sure, again, similar to crypto, if there's, now Apple's a bad example because they're like the blue chip stock of NASDAQ, but if there's, billions of shares out in this company, what's the probability that, it can hit $1 and get that multi-billion-dollar valuation? Well, unless it's a great company, not very likely. I like to look at a team, of course, same as the creators of a coin. You just go to their website, check them out. A lot of companies that are publicly traded are run by people that have experience with other publicly traded companies, and that's something to look for sure. Check out how the old company did. Check out what this guy's done, this woman has done in their life, and invest in the team, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that's making the decisions on your behalf as a shareholder. Along with that, you look at the vision. What's the product or service they have to offer long term? How how's it looking? Is it going to be essential coming, next few years? Blah blah blah. Again, that's going to be more of a personal thing, but still definitely something to consider. And then you want something I look at, which this isn't make or break, but it can give you a little peace of mind. Go in here and look at the percent of float held by insiders and institutions. If they're both pretty high, especially, institutions is more favorable because that's that's smart money. They know what they're doing. Yeah, check it out. A company that has 60% of their float held by institutions is not going anywhere, I'll tell you that. Anything over 20-25% of the float held by institutions, it's worth looking into because they know what they're doing. This is their job. So obviously following that money is a smart move. And then the last thing I look at is if it's OTC, NASDAQ, NYSE, or whatnot. And if it's OTC market, I go to the official market here. Official market website. And this is the biggest thing you need to look at for these OTC penny stocks. I don't care what people say, you can make money off them. Yeah, see the share structure, 1.2 bill, market cap of 18 mil. This venue is one of my favorite. But you want to go down here, go to company security details, and go to splits and see the last time they've had reverse splits. Because what some people will do is look here at, say, like a 10-year or max chart and say, oh, this company was up to, 63 cents. Like, oh, we can hit 63 cents. Well, yeah, they were. But if you look back, that's probably right when they did the split. Yeah, just around August 2017. So yeah, it's just all things to look at. Different ways you can vet a company. Obviously, this is very basic. These are things I do. I gotta check these off before I even consider looking into it more. Because you don't want to spend hours researching a company just to find out that, oh gosh, they're full of dilution or team sucks or whatever it is. They just had a share split. So I've done that way too many times. So yeah, I'm gonna update this list as I go and keep sharing. But thanks for watching.